Good morning. We are getting ready to make some bread for you guys. I've already got 1 cup of warm water in here. We have our dough hook. I've got my 2nd cup of water, so 2 cups of warm water. You don't want hot and you don't want cold. Next, you got active yeast. Mine is the refrigerated kind. You can use the packets. 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. Okay. Now we're going to use a little honey. I'm going to use a tablespoon of honey. And honey is what we're going to use to sweeten this. Sorry, it's been a little cold, and so my honey is just a little bit cold. Okay. I like the way that the honey one tastes a lot better, and it seemed like it was a whole lot softer. 1 tablespoon of honey. Okay. We're just going to give this a little quick stir. Just to activate everything. That's all we're going to do. You can see that yeast is foaming. You want your yeast to foam. If it's not foaming, then it's dead. You need to make sure that it foams, okay? I'll be right back to show you guys the next step. Let's let that sit for 5 minutes. All right, you guys, it's been about 5 minutes. Next, you need your salt. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon in. We need 2 tablespoons of oil. And let's give that just a quick little mix. Let's get our 1/4 cup of honey added. If you guys ever have honey that gets like this, just put it over your stove, and that way whenever you're cooking, it stays soft. Honey never goes bad, ever. It is the only food on the planet that's always good. The only part that's not good is when you're about to run out. We like to try to buy local honey when we can, so that it helps with our allergies. All right. 1/4 cup of honey. Don't worry, I wash my hands frequently while I do this. I'd rather wash my hands than wash a dish. Alright, let's give that another quick stir. I'll let you guys know, show you guys what it looks like. Alright. So this here is what we look like. You can see the honey on the bottom. Whenever we start adding that flour, it's going to help mix all that in, so do not worry. So flour is next. we're going to be adding 4 to 5 cups of flour. I add them 2 cups at a time. Getting ready to refill this. All right, there's 2 cups. Let's go ahead and put that down and get to mixing. We're going to do 4 to 5.5 cups of flour. Okay, let's add 2 more cups. Okay, that's 4 cups. After this, that's when we start adding the 5th cup. We're going to add it in half of a cup increments. Trying to get it to pull all that flour off the sides. So I'm going to have to help it. So I'm just going to take my dough hook. I'm just going to help it to get off of the sides. See all that honey in the bottom. Okay. Let's give this another good little mix. Start adding those. Alright, you can tell it's still pretty soupy. Hey, sweetheart. We're going to start doing half cup increments. If I put it on any faster, it will go everywhere. I'm kind of letting it incorporate. Now you can start seeing it pull off of the sides. You see that? It's starting to form a dough ball. Okay. Let's go in with another half of a cup. This will be our 5th cup altogether. My guess is this will be the last. See there? It's all pulling off of the sides. Almost all completely off of the bottom. See how it's much slower? It doesn't really stick to my fingers. That's what we want. Alright, you guys, we're going to get this out of the bowl. Put you some flour down. whatever surface you have. If you only have a cutting board, that's okay too. See how it pretty well just all comes right off. Put your hands on a little bit of flour to help keep it from sticking to you there at the bottom. Seems like it is always stickier at the bottom. That's okay. It smells really, really good. So while we wait, we're going to oil this bowl. We're going to use the same one that we cooked in, guys. I'm just going to add about that much. Maybe probably only need like 4 tablespoons. Okay. I may wind up needing more flour. Sprinkle you some flour on the top. Let's start working this dough. We just want it to not be sticky. I'd say we are already there. Just take your hand with the flour on it. Okay. Now we're just going to put this right back into our bowl. We want all that oil to be all over this. So that's what I'm doing, is just working it. I'm trying to kind of push it up on the sides. Okay. Cover this with a towel and put it in a warm spot. Wherever that may be. If you don't have a warm spot, set your oven to 200 and 250, 200. And then shut it off, and then just put the whole bowl in there and let that steam rise. If it is very humid where you live, you should be able to just leave this out. So I'm getting ready to do a bunch of baking, so I will probably just leave it out because my oven's going to be on anyway, and I'm just going to leave it right near my oven. So I will be back to show you guys what to do next. We're going to let this double in size for about an hour and a half. All right, you guys, we are back. We have our bread has risen. Show you guys what it looks like. So it is more than doubled in size. We're going to take it. We're going to dump it right out. Put a little more flour on the top so that we don't have a big sticky mess. And we're just going to work this a little bit. Punch it down. All right. Where we got a nice little loaf. And we're going to cut this in half. That. Now you guys are going to grease your loaf pans. We're just going to stick these right in here. All right. These right here are going to go back over my oven. I'm going to get them covered. And this is going to rise about an inch over the top. So we're going to be about up to here from the top of the bread. And you guys, you guys can actually score these. Let me give you a nice sharp knife. You can put whatever design you want in them, or you can just simply score them. Just want it to be your score in the middle. We'll do a middle one. There we go. Well, let's let these rise. It won't take too long, about a half an hour or so. I'll catch you guys on that side. Thank you. All right, you guys, so we are right where we need to be. Your loaves are lifted, risen. So we preheated our oven to 350 degrees. I went on ahead and did that. But you guys go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 before that you stick these in. So mine is already there. So I'm going to stick these in until they are golden brown on the top. We're going to set these in here for about 35 minutes. 30. Oops. All right, 35 minutes. And I will come back and get you guys. All right, you guys, your bread is getting ready to come out of the oven. That's what your guys' bread looks like. Sounds nice and hollow. All right, we're going to wait a little bit and then we're going to cut into them, okay? All right, here's your guys' bread. Now you guys have your own sandwich bread, nice and soft. Honey for sweetener. Look at how soft. Hope you guys enjoyed your video.